Hello everyone, welcome to Anthropology 301, the Biological Anthropology Lab class at American River College. I just want to start this video by welcoming you all to the course. I hope we have a great semester. I just wanted to do this video to go over the layout of the course to help get you started and to go over some key stuff in the syllabus. All right, so first we'll see the home page here with my contact information and the syllabus. If you click on modules, that's where all of the course content is. You should get started in the Welcome to Bio ANTH Lab module and just click through the pages to get started. So each week you'll notice it's set up so that you have your readings and extra resources and then a lab activity. Most of the time you take an anthropology course, 300 course with the lab course at the same time, so that you are reading the chapters in your other class and then doing the lab work in this class. But I understand that's not always the case. So just keep in mind you might have to do more reading if you're not taking them subsequently to remember the information that you were supposed to have learned in Anthropology 300 in order to successfully do the labs. All right, so let's start on the welcome module. So first you'll see the syllabus, and then the syllabus video will be on the next page. We have our week 1 readings. So it'll be your explorations chapter, and then the page numbers are here. And these are just to focus on. Most of the time you'll have to comprehend the entire chapter in order to do well on the labs. And again, that's because you're supposed to take this class subsequently with the Anthro 300 course. All right, so here is a link to the PDF chapters. I'll also put a link to the full textbook on the home page so you can read it online if you'd like instead of downloading the chapters. We also have our first discussion board on here. So this one, you're just introducing yourself and then responding to another student. Make sure you're following the instructions and that you're not evaluating the other student's performance in your response. It's more about having a conversation. All right, next you'll see our lab activity. So for most of our activities, you would click on the worksheet, download it, fill it out, and then submit it as a Word or PDF file. So just keep that in mind. You need to be able to edit those types of documents and submit them by the deadlines. So that's the layout for each week. We usually have readings and a lab activity. And then we have our announcements tab, which again, we'll just have like weekly announcements. All right, let's go over the syllabus. So for this class, we'll be using an open source textbook, which means that you don't have to purchase the book and it's available online. I'll put the link in the course homepage so you can read it online if you'd like. Keep in mind I'm using the first edition of Explorations, not the second one. And all of our readings and extra resources and materials will all be on Canvas in the modules. So you don't need to use any outside materials. There will be links to outside websites and activities and things like that. But those links will be included in the weekly modules. All right, so for week 1, it's going to look a bit different. We have a syllabus quiz and an introductory discussion, and both of those assignments will be due on Sunday night of the first week of classes. So just keep that in mind. Most weeks we'll have lab activities, and these vary for how much they're worth for points. And the lab activities, again, will be based off of what you learned in that week's reading, and hopefully if you're co-enrolled in Anthro 300, what you learned in class in that course as well. There will also be a zoo report assignment, and for this you'll be doing primate observation, and this can be done at the Sacramento Zoo in person, or it can be done online by watching the live stream videos of the primates in different zoos, and I'll include links to those resources as well when this assignment becomes available. And then lastly, you'll have 4 lab quizzes, and this covers all the content from the lab activities and readings. And you will have 4 of these throughout the term, and these would also be due on Sunday. So keep in mind, all of your assignments are due before 11:59 on Sunday evening. And these assignments you need to submit on time. I don't accept late work or makeup work unless you have a family emergency or something along those lines. Then you can reach out to me, of course. All right, so this is how the grading is done. You've got your lab activities, week 1 assignments, quizzes, and your Z reports for a total of 400 points. I have a tentative class schedule here with everything laid out. So you'll see, what we're doing each week, when the lab quizzes are, when the Z report's assigned, all that good stuff. These are some important enrollment dates. All right, so for the communication policy, make sure you're emailing me either from your Los Rios account or from the Canvas inbox tool so that I actually receive your message, and make sure you include what class you're in and your first and last name. Keep in mind, I do teach other courses, so it might take me several days to respond to your question, and I recommend asking me questions before an assignment is due. So if you have an assignment due on Sunday, don't ask me on Sunday. The chances of me responding to you before the deadline are small. So make sure you're emailing me in advance if you have questions. So you read over the activity, you have a question, email me on Wednesday. And that way you can make sure you have a timely response before the assignment due dates. All right, other class policies. This is a fully online asynchronous class, which means we don't have any course meetings, and I don't take attendance. However, if you don't submit the weekly assignments, I will drop you as a no-show for lack of participation. So make sure you're actually doing the work for this class, or you'll be dropped on the census roster for lack of participation. And also make sure you're submitting your work on time, because again, I don't accept late work or assignments. And make sure that you're being respectful of other students and myself in the course. There's some links here for student conduct and plagiarism policy, and there's some more information as well on the Canvas module site. All right, so that's pretty much it for our brief overview. I look forward to having you all in my course this semester, and I hope you enjoy Anthropology 301, and I look forward to meeting you all.